Let's get straight to it. 2017 Jeep Grand Cherokee. This is the 3.6 liter engine. So today I'm replacing the front driver's side CV axle, and this is what the CV axle looks like. It's the short one. The long one goes on the passenger side, and the short one goes on the driver's side. So I have my vehicle raised up and I have my jack stand in place. So this wheel here is going to spin, but I'm using the impact so it won't matter. If you're not using the impact, you want to leave this wheel on the ground halfway, get the lugs loose with your breaker bar or your four-way, whatever you're using, and then raise the vehicle up all the way and finish getting those lugs off. Because if you don't, it'll just keep spinning on you while it's in the air. So, but for me, I'm using the impact so it won't matter. All right, so the wheel is off. Now we can see, so this is our CV axle right up in here. And it's not that hard to get out, honestly. The only thing that needs to be done is we'll have to remove the tie rod so that we can maneuver this around. And we're gonna also remove this axle nut right here. Those are two of the main things we're gonna remove. So this axle nut here is a 32 millimeter. I'm using the impact again, so it won't matter. But if you're using a breaker bar or something like that, then have somebody hold the brakes. That way this won't spin. All right, so this is the tie rod. This is a 21 millimeter. So this is spinning now. So you can see this right here. We're gonna have to hold this and then use a 21 millimeter wrench to get that off. So you can use a 10 millimeter or you can use an adjustable wrench to hold this while using your 21 millimeter and getting that out. But here's a trick. If you push the tie rod back up into the knuckle, then you can get it to hold and you can finish getting that out that way as well. So we already know it's loose because it was trying to come down. So just go ahead and give it some nice taps on top to finish getting it out. Now if yours wasn't loose, then just continue to hit it on top. There's no threads on top, so you can use the top to hit it. But you can also hit on the sides at first, about a good 10 times, really, really hard. And then hitting on top to get that out. You can also do it that way. So right here is a 21 millimeter to get this out. And if this spins, you can use an Allen tool to put in here and hold that while using the wrench to get that out. All right, so that was easy. So to loosen these wires up here, there's a 10 millimeter nut to remove from right here. Let's get that off. Now that that's loose up there, now from this side, I can bend this over here like this and work this out. All right, I was able to get it off and over here through the right side. You're not going to be able to get it off through the left side over here. You're going to have to get it off through the right side. That's why I had to release that. You're going to have to play with it a little bit. It may take about a good 4 or 5 minutes, but you can get it out without removing anything else. So you can see it's loose and hanging out here. The only thing I have to do now is remove it in there. So I'm going to go underneath with a pry bar and I'm going to try to pop this out of there. I'm just taking the pry bar like this, coming from underneath, and I'm going to try to pry this out of here. right, there it is. There it is. So you can see I got it to, to move. There it is, there more. So no transmission fluid came out, but I always like to put something down just in case. So now that we're loose back there, I can pull this out from here. Just like that, got it out. This little washer here was stuck up there. So make sure you take this off before putting your new part on, because your new part comes with its own washer. So let's get this off, make sure, because that would have been bad to leave that in there. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and put this side through. I'm gonna use this left hand here and reach on the other side over here and guide it. So I'm gonna push it through, and I'm using my left hand to grab it and pull it through. Almost, there we go. Just like that. We have it all the way through now. So let's guide this up here now. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to guide this straight into the transmission. Just like that. Twisting it and moving it so I can get this to go all the way in. Because we won't be able to get the part in the steering knuckle without getting this all the way in. All right, just like that. I was able to get it splined, and then I shoved it and I got it seated. You can see it's seated there with that new washer I was talking about. We took that old one out. So be careful not to pull it back out, because you have to, redo it again. So now that that end is in, it's time to get this end back in. So the same way how we have to kind of fight with this one to get it out, we're gonna have to kind of fight to get it in. So you want to turn the wheel as far left as you can, so you can have a range to get this in here. There we go. So I got it. I started by getting it up here and then into the steering knuckle. So I got it here now. Now I have to get it from here down to here. Very simple, just like that. So this washer here that came off of the old one, I put it back on the new one because the new one didn't come with its own washer for this side. So if you have the washer, make sure you put that washer back on. All right, so to get this back in here, I have a crowbar I'm using. You can see it goes right in here. So it's right underneath one of the coils on the springs, and it comes out right on top of here, right? So now I can use this crowbar as leverage to bring this up and down. I'm gonna get my nut ready to go. Set this right back in here. And now I can start getting my nut on, just like that. So right now I'm still holding the crowbar. So now I can release the crowbar, take it out. And I didn't have to fight with this. I didn't have to use my hand and press it down. The crowbar did all the work. Now I can use my impact and finish getting this on. All right, now let's get this tie rod back in here. The tie rod is still kind of stiff, so it doesn't really need to be changed. All right, let's get this nut back on here. So remember, if this spins, you can just hold this up inside some more and it won't spin. Or you can put your 10 millimeter on top of here and use a wrench to get that down. If you want to do it the long way and just hold this with a 10 millimeter and a wrench to turn this, that's fine. But if you want to do it the quick way, you can push this up in there and use your impact to get that on. So we were able to do this whole job without removing the brakes and rotors. So let's go ahead and put this on. Now, again, if you're not using the impact, have somebody hold the brakes while you get this tight. This is a 32 millimeter. All right, so that's nice and solid. Now the last thing to do is, so over here we took that 10 millimeter off. Let's put that back on. All right, we got the tire on, so that's it. That's how you change the driver's side CV axle on the Jeep Grand Cherokee 2017.